This one kind of feels like EL34-ish, but also 6L6-ish.
Mendel. Just look at the amps. Mine has a walnut front, so you can hear the tone work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but you said something very clever, but I forgot what the word was.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Dude, I'm getting cancelled here.
Okay, would it be better if I said it dumber? Hi, how's it going? There's been a lot of talk about tube amps lately, about how they sound similar, how they sound different, and how people get upset when you show them that they're very, very, very expensive toys, might not be all that different from each other. And especially Mendel, he tends to get upset when you bring that up and then show him frequency response graphs to verify those claims. But I see a 2 dB difference at 100 hertz. Yes, you did. He still got really upset about that. I don't believe you, man. It's like, well, I didn't pull that out of my ass.
Could you please start? Could you please start the video for me?
I am. This is the beginning of the video.
Oh, you already started?
Yes.
Hi,
by the way, I'm Glenn Fricker. I'm from Spectre Sound Studios. Big fan of Mendel. Love his playing. And I'm really happy to be on this channel here. Thanks so much for having me, seriously.
No problem, dude.
And we've got Statler and Waldorf back there. We've got German Statler and Waldorf. So they're not really funny. Sorry about that. That's just how it is in Germany. How do you know when a German's being funny?
They're not.
They'll tell you.
Okay, so behind us we have 2 amps. So these...
we have a lot more than that. Again, Mendel's not very smart. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You didn't watch a lot of Sesame Street as a kid, but we have about, 14, 15 amps back there. But Mendel only wants to talk about 2, so hey, try and keep up.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Glenn?
Your parents must be so proud.
Now it's your turn, Mendel.
So we're here at the 42 gate. No.
That's offensive.
So.
Yes, they know we're at 42 Gear Street. You don't have to tell them the obvious shit.
Okay.
The thing is, I tried to shut him up for 5 days now.
And now we have this.
I'm giving them a YouTube lesson as well.
2 amps behind us, built by these 2 people. And they're awesome amps. We're going to compare them, how they differ, because like Glenn said, what's the big difference between amps? Can you hear the difference? Of course you can.
Of course you can.
Tubes make a difference.
We had this discussion last night. Yeah, yes and no.
Shall we?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know what?
It really all comes down to where the EQ is in relation to the tubes. That's the main difference between amps, because they're all kind of variations on a theme. As we discussed earlier with Tube Workshop, is all amps basically came out of the RCA book, and which was a public domain circuit that Leo Fender used and built the Bassman off of, and everything's just kind of evolved out of that.
And Daniel agrees, by the way.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, that's history. I mean, like, it's no big secret. It's not whether you believe it or not. I mean, like, facts don't really care if you believe them.
That's what I love about science. You don't have to agree about facts.
Right. You just got to do the thing. But I mean, like, obviously they're voiced a little bit differently, so we're probably going to get some very different results. And that's the thing. It's easy to dial in amps, so they sound very different for each other. It gets interesting though when you dial in amps to sound the same. And when you can do, we don't have a Reamp Box available, so we got to use the next best thing.
Yeah. So
let us know when he shows up.
No, I don't know. So, but before we continue, you guys.
Do we have a camera back there?
You
Yeah.
pointed at us like this.
Yes.
No. Oh yeah.
Those 2 guys.
Can we say shit on your show?
You can't say shit. You want?
Okay.
Both of you say shit.
Shit.
There we go. Okay. So these 2 guys built this amp. Mario, you can see there on the left, or is
That's
it?
Litzburn Audio.
No. This Tube. Mario built.
TWS.
This guy.
This video is so chaotic.
Already.
Oh
I
my
think we're doing
goodness.
fine.
Okay, so Mario is the wonderful builder of the Lulis amp, the signature amp
That is
from Uwe from Accept.
Right.
This is his signature amp. Wonderful thing. Has 2 EL34s in it,
Yes.
and it has beautiful LED lights in it as well.
Yeah.
how many watts?
50.
Oh, it's a 50 watt head. Okay, cool. So, and that's you're basically, it's like a souped up 50 watt JMP kind of thing.
It's like a it's like a tuned JCM 800.
Okay.
Less aggressive because all original JCM 800s kind of suck in terms of aggressiveness.
I can agree.
And we built in Uber's favorite overdrive pedal, the Boss OD1, and that combination makes his
sound.
There we go.
his sound.
Sure, that sounds great.
Cool.
Yeah, I was not a big fan of the JCM 800 back in its heyday. I remember going to a guitar store, plugging into one, and thinking, damn, what's the big deal? I don't get it.
Wait, you never liked the sound of the JCM 800?
Nope, never did.
So how about the Tone on Slayer records?
Yeah, never, not really a fan.
No?
No, never really cared for that. I mean, I'm more, want great Marshall sound. Go put on Van Halen 1, go put on British Steel. Those are like,
British Steel.
Yes, exactly. Those are magnificent sounding guitars.
But those were not JCMs.
No, those were JMPs or Plexis. Yeah, go put on. Oh fuck yeah! Well, yeah. Honestly, the first Priest record that had a really great guitar sound was British Steel. I'm like, there were some good ones on like say Sad Wings of Destiny, Sin After Sin, that kind of stuff. They're all kind of weak, and those were the Plexi days. So I'm thinking those are It might have been JMPs on British Steel. And by the time they got to Screaming for Vengeance, they had really dialed it on. It sounded pretty fucking sick there.
Did you check out the last Slayer record?
No, I did not.
Okay, because that, if I'm correct, it is a JCM 800 and sounds phenomenal.
Okay, good. But one of my favorite Slayer records was
Season?
Season in the Abyss. Yeah. Not a great guitar sound. Great songs though.
There was Rick Rubin?
Yes. Or I don't know.
Well, I think it's Rick Rubin.
I don't know. Not the fattest guitar sound, that's for sure.
True.
I wasn't a huge fan of the guitar sound per se, but it worked.
Yeah, and the album had a vibe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They had their own thing going on. That's what's not happening these days.
Right. So
Mendel, just one comment from the Muppet Show guy. You can make a JCM 800 sound fantastic, but then it's not stock anymore.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it wouldn't be off the shelf. And that's the thing. Yeah, if you pedal the shit out of an 800, you're probably going to get something much better. I mean, like put an EQ in the loop or whatever, you're going to get much better results.
Right. Okay, so the beautiful Mr. Daniel over there, he built this magnificent Prometheus amp from Lichtlarm Audio.
Lichburn.
Let's
Bitch turn.
call it LA because he's cheating with TWS anyway.
Okay.
Tits with sound? Can we say tits?
Hey, if whatever floats your boat. So the Prometheus, what was the thought process behind this amp?
So basically, I'm fully aware that it's fucking stupid to do a tube amp in 2024.
Correct.
So, these are not things that keep me company at night. That's the pedals, because pedals are toys, and we love toys. I love toys just as much as the next guy. So I designed this to do basically everything that I always wanted in an amp, and so it's fully MIDI controllable. You have a built-in gate. It does really heavy sounds and does really good clean sounds. Not that you would need them, but I do. So it's 2.5 channels, and it's a really unique approach because the preamp is voiced more like full range, but you have like a pre-shape EQ, the cut control, that goes like from Kaya style doom and sludge and fuzzy tones,
Right.
to all the way like to Meshuggah. So I wanted a really flexible amp because back then I used to play in a really heavy like modern black metal band, like one that hopefully doesn't sound like shit.
All right.
For sure not like the 90s black metal production style. And I mean, we had that topic. Dave Otero is doing it, so probably it's going to sound amazing. No matter
Dave does good work. Yeah.
Shout out to
Shout
Dave
out to
Otero.
Hi, Dave.
I would say the best extreme metal mixing engineer we have out there.
Yeah, Dave was yet another Andy Sneap forum guy. I've known Dave
Sure.
for years.
Oh,
So.
What's your favorite alien horror movie?
Two.
It should be Prometheus.
It's not because it sucked. Anyway.
Yeah, I would agree with Aliens, the James Cameron film. That was a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
No.
Why are you wrong on everything?
No, wait.
I
Hold
still
on.
haven't seen Romulus.
I'm seeing Romulus next week. Prometheus.
Fucking play something, sax man.
I need to know which amp it is. Okay, here we
It's
go.
mine.
Vintage channel, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, play.
There's a slight difference. All I did was throw in a little bit more gain and brought up the brightness.
So the
Really close.
Lichtlamp
Low
audio.
end.
So the Lichtlamp audio Prometheus, that one has more upper mids.
A little squawkier. Yeah, there's a bit more bottom on the...
And the Lulis is a bit more scoop, but I feel that the Lulis has a bit more bottom end.
Yes, it does.
Okay, yeah. I dig both. Would you switch a couple of times between the
Yeah,
amps?
One definitely has a little bit more lower mids going on. The other one's a little bit more bottom end. And this is the thing. I'm just sitting here out of the sweet spot too. I'm like, when I'm dialing an amp in, I am usually like right in the middle, tweaking stuff. So I'm back out. I'm kind of having a hard time hearing how it's actually sounding down here. Right. So, but if I were to have this at home, give me 10 minutes, I could probably get them sounding exactly the same.
I'm gonna
Channel.
add some more gain on both.
Okay, sure.
The Lulis.
I don't know. Fuzzy sound.
Yeah. So
So,
yeah,
what do you think?
no, what do you want to say? You're Glenn.
I'm sorry, what?
Mendel and Matt.
What do you want to say? You're Glenn.
Is the, yeah, anyway. What is a good guitar player getting here?
Oh, my feelings. So, actually, can we have a close-up of the pedal? So we have a pedal here from Lichtlamp Audio.
Yes.
And it's the King in Yellow. I'm going to say this again. So this is an interesting connection between us because the King in Yellow, his name is Hastur, if I'm correct, and it's from the
It's from the book The King in Yellow
by Robert W. Chambers. The King in Yellow by Robert W. Chambers. H.P. Lovecraft borrowed the
Yes.
Yellow King / Hastur
Yes.
from Robert W. Chambers and a bunch of other horror writers.
Stephen King, so the True Detective in the amazing first season.
True Detective
Yes, that was
Season
good.
1,
Yeah.
Pure Perfection.
That was good.
The King in Yellow. And so when I saw it was a pedal called The King in Yellow, I wrote a song called All Hail the Yellow King. I should do a remix of that song and then
With
use
that pedal,
with
yeah.
the pedal, yeah.
Okay.
But that's like an OD pedal with
Yes.
an EQ section.
Yes. So it has a 4-band EQ, 16 decibels of boost or cut on every EQ band.
Yeah.
They're at 40 to 100 hertz, so pretty wide for a bass knob. 400 hertz, narrow. 1000 hertz, narrow. If you crank it, it also goes into like HM2 territory.
Okay, hold on, give me a sec.
Ew.
Okay, go on.
I'm gonna do the EQ thing again, and you're gonna have a lot to cut in this video.
This is true.
Yeah. So anyway, it has a 4-band EQ, 40 to 100 hertz bass, 400 hertz low mids, 1000 hertz high mids. So it also goes into like HM2 territory if you crank it, and 4000 to 1000 hertz treble. So it's not a shelf because that also boosts the fizz. It's like roughly based around a tube screamer. So it has this like 720 hertz peaking thing, but it has 3 times the volume, gain is the same. It has a blend, so you can blend in clean signal if you want it to be a bit more natural, or it has a loop. So if you put another overdrive or boost in there, you can blend different tastes of boost or OD.
Right.
If I have like an hour to sit with the amps, I can probably get them to sound pretty close.
Yeah.
But just off the cuff, yeah. And that's the thing. I only do that with certain amps. I think sound similar. I like when I got a Valve King. I'm like, oh, this sounds familiar. I know what this sounds like. A little bit of tweaking. It's pretty fucking close to the Soldano.
Are you saying, oh, you said it, that the Valve King is pretty, I haven't seen that video.
Yeah, I got the video. It's pretty. It'll
So the Valve King comes really close to
vary.
fake news. Anyways. So,
Yep.
okay. Switch amp.
Okay.
So the Prometheus is a bit
Obviously.
darker voiced.
Borderline HM2 there. Starting to get a bit of that snarl in
I
there.
mean, if you crank the high mix, it does that thing.
Yeah, okay. Let's try that.
So what did you do? Crank the high mids?
Yeah, I cranked them up a little bit. Started getting a little bit closer.
Can we go to the Lulis? Lulis. Turn it off.
Give some.
And now let me just quickly check. So we're still on the vintage channel
Yes.
on this one.
Yes.
So when I do,
Yeah, that one.
now we're on a modern channel.
Yeah, which automatically engages the gate as well.
Could you turn some knobs for me?
Yes.
Out a bit of bass, tiny bit?
Yeah.
Reduce the gain a bit. And go to the Lulis. Maybe even
Maybe you put it with the boost.
perhaps turn the deep on. Switch amp. Back to the Lewis. Like how we dial them now, they're two different animals.
Yeah. So
I love them both.
This is the 80s thing.
Yeah.
This is like the sound of
I just said to Daniel, when you switch to the Lewis, oh, that's more 80s.
Yeah.
Play some Metallica riffs.
Metallica.
Have that mid-range like thing going on.
Throaty.
Yeah, exactly.
That upper mid bite. to the Prometheus. Back to Lewis. Both are awesome. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I like both of them. I would love to try in my studio do like quad tracking, then have the Prometheus left and right, then have the Ludus left and right,
Yeah.
and then have them complement each other.
Yeah, I'm sure they actually work really together really well because they're occupying different spaces.
That's what she said. Anyway, hey, you round it up.
Oh, okay. All right, that's it for today. Now fuck off.